Longtime subscribers will know that I've been making Deontay Wilder videos for years. Where were the Deontay Wilder fanboys who accused me of being a hater when I made this video? Deontay Wilder hits harder than Vladimir Klitschko. Where were they when I made this video? Where were the Wilder fanboys when I made this video here back in 2015 when Wilder beat Berman Stavern for the WBC title? Where were they? Because in these videos, I was defending Deontay Wilder. Vehemently defending him, strongly defending him. Because for many, many years, Deontay Wilder was seen by the majority of boxing fans, including American boxing fans, as a joke. Oh yes, he was, because I was there. I was making videos. I was seeing the comments. I was lamenting in some of these videos, why aren't American people behind Deontay Wilder? And I would have Americans pop up in the comment section saying, because Wilder ain't fought nobody. That's why, Hatman, we don't want to support somebody who ain't fought no one, and, you know, so on and so forth. And I'm like, yeah, but he's exciting. I mean, can't you at least be excited for an up-and-coming young heavyweight who can punch? American boxing hadn't had a heavyweight champion in a long time. Well, here's a potential opportunity. And every time there were these large number of people criticizing Wilder, saying, his technique is terrible, he's sloppy, he's a windmill, he jumps off the canvas when he's punching. I was there, me, Hatman, I was there defending Wilder in video after video. Where were the Wilder fanboys then? Where were they when I made this video? Where were they when I made the Stavern post-fight video and the prediction video? Where were they when I made the Wilder Molina video? When people were saying it was a cherry pick and I was defending Deontay Wilder. When I was defending his performance after the Eric Molina fight, saying, hey, it was his first defense of the title in front of his hometown fans. He got nervous. He looked nervous even before the opening bell started. Where were they when I defended his performance against Johan Duopa? Because after the Duopa fight, there were people saying, Deontay Wilder can't punch. His power is overrated. In this video right here, I was defending Deontay Wilder's punching power. Where were the Wilder fanboys who called me a hater then? Where were they? Where were the Wilder fanboys when I did my post-fight for the Spilker bout? You know? Where were they? This post-fight and, of course, the aftermath. Where were they? Because while people were saying that Deontay Wilder's garbage and he struggled with Spilker and he was getting outboxed by a nobody, I was saying, look, he took the Spilker fight on short notice. He was supposed to fight a guy who was like 6'5" and orthodox. And then at short notice, he gets this Spilker guy who's like 6'3", southpaw, moves around on his feet a lot. He had to adjust in the fight, on the fly. That's not as easy as it sounds. So I was defending Deontay Wilder for so many years to then have people who weren't even around watching Wilder then. You know, I've been asking this rhetorical question, where were the Wilder fanboys when I was making all these videos? I can tell you where they were. They were probably watching MMA. They were probably watching college football or basketball, because they definitely weren't watching heavyweight boxing. I was. I was making videos about it. But the majority of these Wilder fanboys, man, they just fly-by-night fair weather fans anyway. Not real boxing fans. They don't understand that I've always been objective. It's not about bashing one guy and never giving him praise and bigging up the other guy and never criticizing him. Never been about that. It's about calling it as I see it. And if one guy or one side are avoiding a fight, then I'm going to call it for what it is. It doesn't mean I don't rate Deontay Wilder. It doesn't mean that I don't think Wilder can beat the other guy. No. It's just calling the situation for what it is. That's all. I've always rated Deontay Wilder as a fighter. That's why I've been making videos about him for so flipping long. You know, that's why I've been defending him for so long. when people were constantly bashing the guy and saying he can't fight, saying the first time he fights anybody with any skills, he's getting knocked out. It's what people were saying for years. When he fought Luis Ortiz, I picked him to beat Ortiz. Loads of other people said, you watch Hatman, he's going to get knocked out. Well, he won. Even when Deontay Wilder was supposed to fight Povetkin, you had a bunch of people on YouTube, loads of different channels saying Wilder will never take the Povetkin fight. He'll vacate instead of fighting Povetkin. Me, I was making videos saying he'll take the Povetkin fight. He ain't vacating. And not only will he take the Povetkin fight, he'll go over there to Russia and he'll knock Povetkin out. I was saying this in videos years ago. But yet, I'm a Deontay Wilder hater. No, I'm not a Deontay Wilder hater, never have been. I've always been a guy who believes in his ability. But I also understand that he's not a god, all right? Deontay Wilder is a human being with flaws like everybody else. And one of his flaws is he's not particularly bright. He has a bunch of people around him who know that he's not bright and they manipulate him. And those people have given him some good advice. They've also given him some very bad advice, like not allowing him or not directing him towards taking the AJ fight when it was offered to him several times. Terrible advice. That don't mean he's not a good fighter. Deontay Wilder's a hell of a fighter. I've always said this. But not a smart guy. And his team have done him a great disservice when it comes to the AJ fight. And potentially Luis Ortiz's team have done Ortiz an even bigger disservice if Wilder fights Fury next in a rematch. Because that's one of the rumors going around. Doesn't mean it's going to come true. But if it does, oh God. Luis Ortiz should fire everybody on his team who advised him against the AJ fight, because that was a career high payday, $7 million. Turning it down because he thought he was going to get the Wilder fight. If Wilder goes ahead and now fights Fury instead, I'm telling you, Ortiz needs to fire everybody. If that's even feasible. You need to fire everybody. Because that $7 million is more money than he's probably ever going to see. How on earth could he turn that down? Very poorly advised. Anyway, I'm just hitting you guys with some facts. I've been defending Deontay Wilder and waxing lyrical about his ability for years, long before these Wilder fanboys ever even knew who Deontay Wilder was. When I say Wilder fanboys, of course, there are a small minority of Wilder fanboys here on YouTube who were around and were talking about Wilder back in the day. But the vast majority of them, they didn't even know who Deontay Wilder was. Back in 2015, 2014, 2013, when I was making Wilder videos, I made a Wilder video, I think, for the Harrison fight. Most of these guys didn't know who Wilder was. The vast majority of Wilder fanboys had no idea who the man was back then, when people like me was making videos. Boxing Beats and Rhymes interviewed Deontay. I think Boxing Beats and Rhymes was the first YouTube channel to interview Deontay Wilder, to my knowledge. Or certainly one of the first YouTube channels to interview Wilder was Boxing Beats and Rhymes. Go look up the interview on his channel. And now he's like accused of being a Wilder hater and this, that, and the other. Man was doing interviews with Wilder before most of these Wilder fanboys even knew that Wilder existed. How about that? Anyway, I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.